So for doing the house, I'm going to show you exactly what you need and a couple tips I have. One thing you need is an X-Acto knife for cutting out the house and the fondant, and also some cornstarch. I fill the glass up with cornstarch because when I use this, instead of trying to get the cornstarch on it, because you're going to need to do that every time you cut into your fondant, you just simply dip into the glass. Next thing I have here is one of these Wilton containers that I put cornstarch in, and they have this little duster sock deal in here. It's supposed to be attached to the handle, but it always comes off the handle, so I just use it like this. Then you're going to need molds, and I have several molds here I'll show you in a second. I didn't buy new molds for this because I wanted to use what I have already. Also, I did a photocopy of the house. So to save money, I printed it out in black and white and used my colored pencils to color in the sections. And then I did a bigger image of that same house to trace for my cake. I wanted to make it the size so it looks substantial on the cake, not too big, not too little, and I'm going to cut this out. As you can see with the house, there's supposed to be different textures. I don't know if you can see that very well, but in each section there's a different texture. So for instance, it doesn't show on the door, but I saw it on the real life image. The door is with a wood grain, so I have a wood grain here. And then there's like slats across the top for the house, wood slats. So I have this that will be like wood slats. And then on the dormer there's wood slats too. And then I also am going to do my own pattern for the house here that looks like shingles with using a tip of a piping tip. So I'm just going to simply cut out the house. So because I wanted straight lines and not angles, I'm just going to come down with it straight and then come over with the roof. So since I want it both the same exact on both sides, I am going to fold it in half and just cut it around this, otherwise it'll be too fat on this side. Now the first thing I'm going to do is this part of the house. And with doing this so it's not so overwhelming, you just take one section at a time. So I cut that part out. I cut the roof off of this, and then this part. So I'm just going to have to now do this part, which is the yellow and the part that looks like shingles. Now that they're shingles, I'll show you how to do that. And you just take a piping tip. I will start at the very top, and you make an indentation. It kind of looks like a mermaid's tail. And then you just want to go 2 and then go in the middle for the center one. So it's like that all the way down. So these are cut out now, and I'm going to use this. And I'm first going to do the middle section because I want it straight across. Now the side part of the house with this color. So this was in the oven overnight, and I'm going to glue on the chimney here because now it's all hard to do that. And again, here's my reference photo, and this is what I've done so far. And when I do put it on the cake, I'm going to make sure that this part's on first, and then I will put extra buttercream in the back of this piece because I want it to be raised up a little bit higher than that part. so it looks more like it's sticking out more, like that. Right now, I'm going to frame out the windows because they need to be framed in pink and some white.